The temple in downtown Salina, formerly known as the Masonic Temple, is over 90 years old. The Masons voted unanimously in September 2017 to donate the temple to the Salina Innovation Foundation, a public charity that was formed to save and protect the historic building. Mary Landis said the building has had a rich and storied history.
The temple was dedicated in 1927. It was built as a Masonic temple, and what made it a temple was that it housed all 6 of the organizations for the Masonic bodies, and so it was really a hub for 200 miles. It was dedicated in 1927, and John Philip Sousa played on this stage at the dedication. It had a wonderful history in Salina. It was a hub for the USO shows in the 40s. And so you could dance with a girl for 10 cents. They served as many as 5,000 soldiers here, all throughout the building. On into the 50s and 60s, there were elegant black tie events and parties. And so starting, I guess, in the 80s, memberships had declined, and the expense of taking care of a building like this became difficult for a private group. So 3 years ago, we formed the Salina Innovation Foundation and began working with the Masons, and they've donated ownership of the building. We're a nonprofit public charity, and our mission is to save this building, to raise the funds we need to repair it, and to use it for great things for Salina.
The temple features a chandelier from the 1920s that was originally on display at the Watson Theater, which is now the Stiefel Theater.
The chandelier is original to the Watson Theater, and this is what I've been told, and I believe this. It was hanging in the Watson Theater, which became the Fox Theater, which became the Stiefel Theater, and the story was that they brought the chandelier here and hung it in our atrium for safekeeping, and when the restoration was finished, for some reason, it didn't make it back, and the Stiefel has an exact replica of this. It's brand new. And so I believe that we have the original, and it has a very good home here. It's period to the building, but I always thought that was an interesting story. So all the furniture in the building is original, and part of the agreement that we had with the Masons when we took ownership of the building was that we wouldn't sell things, that we want to try to keep the building as intact as we can. And the building is very much a giant scrapbook of decades. And so we have furniture. The Paisley couches are from the 30s. The colored couches are from the 50s, and the orange funky couches are from the 70s. And you either love or hate them, but they are definitely a part of the building.
The temple also features one of only 2 wheel and cage elevators in the state of Kansas. The elevator is original to the building, which was dedicated in 1927.
We have done some research on it. We haven't been able to find this exact model that's this old. Most of the cages have been upgraded so that they will actually close on their own. Everything about this is manual. It's a fulcrum to open the outside door, and then you pull the cage back, and then you operate up or down with the wheel. The car is originally from the 20s, and so it was one of the 2 first elevators that were put into the building. And it's unique because it doesn't come to you. You have to go find it in the building. It requires an operator. And we are really excited that we have this piece of history, and we're working very hard to save it. Modern elevators are pushed by hydraulic jack up. This elevator is pulled up by pulleys. I think it's important for us to save this piece of history. There really is not another one like this. There used to be an elevator like this, I think, at the United Building. There have been some buildings around locally that had something like this. People remember this from their childhood. There would actually be someone sitting in the elevator, and when you push the button, it doesn't come to you. There's a number inside that pops up, and the operator would know that's where you need to go with the elevator, and then they would push the button to clear it. So it's unique. And if you've ever been by the temple and you see the box on top, it looks like people think it's an apartment. They always are guessing what it is. It's the top of the elevator shaft. So now we're inside the historic elevator. Again, this car is from Kansas City. It was created in Kansas City. It's original to the building, 1920s. What's fun is the elevator doesn't come to you when you push the button. If the button is pushed outside, a number pops up, and then the elevator operator would take you to that floor. And it's a wheel operated, so it's a counterbalance. You turn the wheel one way to go up and one way to go down. We're going to go up. And then you just gently, as you're reaching the floor, turn it back. I've had a lot of people giving me lessons that have a lot of experience with the elevator, so it's being passed down to a new generation that's taking care of this. So if we go down, let's turn it, and we can adjust the speed a little bit. You can see we can slow it down or speed it up. The only other one like this is in Topeka at the Capitol building, and they actually had passed a resolution in 1975. It's on a plaque outside of the elevator that they would always take care of that elevator, and so the government is always going to take care of that as a piece of history, and we're hoping to do the same here.
Landis encourages members of the public to take a tour and experience the historic temple in person.
If you have not been here, please come. I am happy to give tours. The building is 7 floors, 160,000 square feet. There's nothing like it in Salina, and we're working very hard to save it. And you have to come and experience it for yourself. All the different floors have different feels to them and different aspects that are historic. We are open from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Or any other time by appointment, if you want to make an appointment. We are starting a museum in the lobby, so you can come in and take a look at some of the historic photos and learn a little bit more about the building.
For Salina Media Connection, I'm Jason Beats.